in the bowl, I've got 2 scoops of my protein powder. I've got 1 egg, unsweetened applesauce, baking powder, and then you just get this super thick mixture.
And we're using coconut oil,
Yes.
good for high heat cooking. Look how great it just comes together.
So we call it a jam, but it's really just a puree of fruits. So I take blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, stevia,
Awesome.
monk fruit.
You're watching Kitchen Hustle. This is a show where we teach hustlers how to fuel their passions. I'm your host, Charles Chen. I lost over 100 pounds, and now I'm curious to speak to high-performing achievers on how they fuel themselves starting in the kitchen. Come on, let's go. Welcome back into the kitchen. You're watching Kitchen Hustle. I'm Charles Chen. I have a special guest today, Rocco DiSpirito.
What's up? Do I have to speak into the microphone? Or
No, you're good. We can hear you. We can hear you. All right, so I'm super excited. You're here to share a recipe from your new book.
Yes.
240
recipes in the book. They're mostly plant-based, some meat dishes, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I love it. All about balance.
Common sense, healthy and delicious.
I love it.
No crazy diet plan, no restrictions, not paleo, not keto, none of that nonsense.
Everyone can cook from this. And all the ingredients are super accessible, right?
They're crazy accessible. The recipes are really easy. Mostly 5-ingredient recipes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think people find this super refreshing, and every recipe has a full-page picture.
I'm gonna spend.
Most importantly, pictures. Lots of pictures.
Oh, I'm a very visual person,
About
so.
400 pictures in the book.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 years and I'm gonna cook through this. There's so many things I can cook from here. So what are you sharing? What are you sharing with us today?
So we're gonna make protein pancakes. Pancakes are, on everyone's top 10 list of favorite dishes. Of course, they're empty calorie carbs most of the time, so we're gonna flip it on its head, turn it into a protein-based snack or lunch or breakfast.
I love it. So Kitchen Hustle is all about how you fuel your hustle. So this is kind of like a great way that you start your mornings with breakfast of champions.
Exactly.
All right, so.
And I'm a big fan of smoothies, and a lot of people are, and so they have protein powder hanging around.
Yes.
But you can use protein powder to make pancakes, crepes, pasta, all kinds of things.
That's so great. I'm so excited about your protein powder. How much protein in one scoop?
So 1 scoop is 33 grams, has 20 grams of protein, so it's almost 80% concentrate.
And the sweetener I'm excited about is that you use monk fruit.
Lohanguo, monk fruit.
It smells so good and it tastes good. A lot of people don't like the aftertaste of stevia, for example.
So monk fruit is a very reduced aftertaste. I call it the sting. It's got a very small stinger and does not leave like that sort of
weird after. Yeah. Okay. So
it's actually a Chinese fruit grown by monks.
Yes.
Monk fruit. It's been grown for 500-600 years. They use it to cure diabetes in China.
Yes, I love that because they put it in a lot of medicine and broths and things like that. So I'm excited that you're using it in your protein line. So walk us through your recipe.
So in the bowl, I've got 2 scoops of my protein powder. I've got 1 egg. We're going to do 2 recipes, which means 4 eggs. And the next thing that we're going to put in is unsweetened applesauce. Why don't you throw that in there?
All right. You want the whole thing in here or just a little bit?
Yeah, throw the whole thing. That's about a cup. And then the other ingredient is baking powder.
Yes.
So it should be about 2 teaspoons. Why don't you eyeball that? And then you just get this super thick mixture, basically pancake batter, and it goes on a hot griddle. And when you prepare the griddle surface.
All right.
I love this. Not too hot. We don't want it to burn.
Yeah,
these pancakes take a little bit longer than regular pancakes.
Okay. And we're using coconut oil.
Yes.
Good for high heat cooking. Has a nice sweetness to it, which I love. Can you hear all that whisking?
I love coconut oil because it's natural, antibacterial. It's a really healthy fat. Obviously, by the way, there's some recent studies that claim it's not healthy.
It's all
paid for by the wrong people.
Yeah, it's all BS. I was like,
BS.
Stop. Yeah. All right, wait. So we got to talk about, you just won the guy's grocery thing.
You saw that? That was crazy.
I saw it, and you won what, $40,000 for Health Corp, which is a great nonprofit
charity run by Dr. Oz.
Yes.
Yep. Bringing healthy to high school kids.
I was so I was like, yes.
Thank you so
because
much.
like when you're talking about health, a lot of people think you have to swap out the deliciousness, which is absolutely crap.
No, not at all. Diet without deprivation is my thing, man.
Yep.
It's all about, I think when you're eating healthy and delicious foods, go for it. Just throw some on there. We're eating healthy and delicious foods. I think about my family, the Italian background, how they ate so many fruits and vegetables, and I think it's the opposite of deprivation, it's indulgence.
I think it's all about keeping it simple too. I think we overcomplicated things. Just keep it less processed. If you cook everything from your cookbook, we're gonna be good to go, right?
You're definitely gonna be good to cook my cookbook. And if you eat food out of your kitchen instead of out of a box, you're gonna be good. So you want to wait for this to solidify. It's starting to bubble up. The coconut oil is browning, which is cool. No worries about that.
Walk me through the jam. We already have some made.
Yes,
but walk me through the jam.
So we call it a jam, but it's really just a puree of fruits. So I take blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, stevia,
awesome.
monk fruit.
Kier, you want to grab me the finished one? You can walk us through the recipe, but
and you can just put it in a blender and blend it until it's a puree.
Okay, your photos are.
If you go long enough in a blender,
all right,
it'll actually warm up in the blender and turn into a jam.
Okay.
Which is when you.
I like to see the blueberries. Yeah, it's visual. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Monk fruit.
So shiny.
Yeah.
Let's see if
a little citrus. Let's do it. Turn it up a little bit more.
Beautiful.
Ooh, look at that.
Watch it pop, pop, pop.
And I love that yellowness. So what's in the protein powder? Like you went out of your way to create it on your own, which I was like, wow, isn't that more work? But you're like, no, because you want to control the ingredients. Exactly. That's the integrity.
When I walked in, you're like, so who makes your protein powder? I'm like, I make my protein powder. It's really a long process. So the minute you say organic or clean, when you talk to co-packers, they sort of like roll their eyes and like, next, next, next. So if you want something super clean, you kind of have to make it yourself. So I actually use a compost tumbler. A brand new clean compost tumbler.
Okay.
And I, twirl it 1,000 times.
This is
how I make a batch of protein powder.
I love it.
Crazy. But
I've tasted it because you gave me samples of it last time, and I was like, oh.
At wellness in the schools.
Yes. Yep. And I was like, oh, this is really good. Look how great it just comes together.
This is a protein pancake. It's got 8 grams of protein instead of 30 grams of carbs and no protein.
Yeah.
So it's a good for you pancake that you make with something you already have in the kitchen.
Let me wipe down this plate and we'll plate this.
I think it's
Should I turn down the heat so it's not burning? Hold on.
That's right. A little bit of burn is all right.
All right. So tell us what else is next. So you have your book going on. What is your why, Rocco? Because something that we both connected on, I was like, I'm so happy to see someone who's paving this path of like wellness. And like, what was the feedback you got first from your colleagues? Because I know that you're classically trained from, a really great
old school French chef, even though I'm an Italian kid from Queens.
Yeah.
I went to France to learn how to cook the high fat method, which actually turns out is not so bad compared to the average American diet. If you go live in Paris like I did as an 18-year-old, I went from 170 pounds to 140 pounds in living in Paris. Can I throw that on?
Ooh.
Just eating the foods that we had there instead of the processed foods we're used to eating in America. I don't know about you, but at 38, I was diagnosed with all kinds of awful things. I was told my life expectancy would be shortened by 20 years.
And working in the restaurant is not that healthy. It's long hours, high stress, under a lot of heat,
lots of
alcohol,
lots
and
of
other
food.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's a very indulgent life. You're up late.
It is.
You're not doing anything right. Basically, every habit that you're taught to do. Thank you.
I'm gonna use a spoon.
Just dig right in there. Now, really, if you want to use syrup, in this case, just straight up coconut nectar would be great, or agave.
Yes, low glycemic. Cheers.
So good.
I'm not even just saying it.
I know, right?
It's good.
Every time I taste something, I'm ready to fake it. And then I love when I don't have to fake it.
I love it too. So when you make like a smoothie, I'm like, love it.
You.
So your book is coming out in October. It'll be available everywhere. So what separates?
This up soon, right?
Oh, for sure.
Pre-orders. You know about the pre-orders, right?
Of course, yeah. I got you. This is gonna be ready next week. So tell me about why this book compared to all the other books that you've done.
It's my 13th book, my 8th healthy book. And what it does not have that you'll probably like is it does not have a diet program. So you don't have to give up anything. You don't have to do anything different. All you have to do is cook from the book. And what I've heard from my fans is they just want more recipes. They don't want to hear about diet theory.
No.
They know what keto is. They know what paleo is. They know what a vegan diet is. So it's mostly plant-based, just like a Mediterranean diet would be.
I love it. So make sure you guys pop it. We'll leave links below. What's something that people don't know about you, Rocco, that you want to share?
Oh, that I was once in a seminary to study to become a priest. How about that? Were you not in that situation once in your life? You seem like
no.
You could be a seminarian.
Oh no, I could be a monk, right?
Yeah,
Let's just move. Like just gonna give everything away. But no, awesome. Well, that's a great little thing.
Is it really? I don't know. It was great for a year, and then I changed course.
That's awesome. So, how was it winning the competition?
Games?
Yeah,
it was really cool. So as I put on my 30-second Band-Aid and...
Did you cut yourself so many times?
32 times.
Oh my gosh. Was it just because you were like...
The knives are so sharp, they're like
isn't it crazy?
Katana swords.
It comes back at you when you're like, oh, I want sharp knives. And then once you really get them...
Yeah, so Guy, the diabolical man that he is, makes sure that his games are insane and that his knives are super sharp. And I don't know about the point on his knives. I think they're a different angle than what we're used to.
Who is the stiffest competition?
Alice Groncelli. ICAG Iron Chef Alice Groncelli.
She doesn't kid around. She throws down.
She's smart.
Yep.
She knows how to cook. She's been training forever.
Yeah. Well, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you very much.
And make sure you guys check out this book. We'll leave links below and talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.